Shalom, today is January 16th, and it's day 102 of the war. Here we're broadcasting Channel 11, the evening news in Israel. The news is a big barrage of rockets was shot from Gaza to Israel, to Netivot, a city next to Gaza, right from the area where the IDF forces withdrew from yesterday. So there's a concern of wiping out the achievements that the IDF achieved. 2 soldiers have fallen as well. Nitzan Cheslel, 21 years old, from Hadera. And Noam Ashram, 37 years old, from Kfar Sava. He was severely injured in a battle 2.5 weeks ago. And yesterday, he succumbed to his injuries. May their memories be blessed. We will start with the rocket shooting that was increased today from Gaza to Netivot. Here are the rockets that are intercepted by the Iron Dome. But this is how Netivot citizens or residents woke up. About 20 rockets. 5 of them hit Netivot directly. One of them is his store. His name is Yoram. We didn't run to the safe room. We're kind of used to these sirens, but we just lie down, we put our hands on our head, and we prayed to the God in heaven. So the rockets are launched just exactly from the spot where the Golani division was fighting. They left yesterday, they withdrew yesterday. And today more forces are called to leave Gaza. An IDF spokesperson also said that in the northern part of the Gaza Strip, they found more terrorists where the IDF was supposed to take control, that did take control over that a while ago. They left, and now the terrorists are back. Also, some of the government ministers say that the decision to take out the IDF from Gaza is a mistake. It's a very bad mistake. It will cost lives of people. Gidon Tsar, another government minister, says that decreasing the activity of the IDF is mistaken. We need to continue with the war according to our achievements, not according to a timeline. Here's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu saying once again that he is determined to bring back the safety and security and peace to the villages, the communities around Gaza and Israel in general. And this reporter is saying that the ability of Hamas to launch rockets into Israel is going to last many more months. Why will it continue? It's because where the IDF maneuvered and operated, there are still many tunnels, many launch areas, and the IDF they have not completed their work. There's just so much to be done. The missing link to help this stop is who takes over the Gaza Strip once the IDF finished its work. How do they promise that the infrastructure of terror will not come up again? So it says the withdrawal and the danger for the achievements of the war. From the south to the north of the northern front, there was a big attack from Israel into Lebanon. 27 targets were attacked at the same time by the IDF Air Force and artillery. Here are the details. This is Lebanon's land. This is what it looks like this morning. The Lebanese reporter is saying that the attacks were very severe. This is one of the most broad attacks that the IDF did in Lebanon, as this officer that's turned to his back is saying. This is where the attack happened, is under the Litani River. This is Lebanon, that's Israel. This officer, he's a commander of artillery, and he's saying that we are very, very ready for war in the north. We're doing our job the best that we can. We're hitting the enemy. We're hitting its infrastructure that's used for terror against Israel. We assume that this timely attack was as a response to Hezbollah's attack to Kfar Yuval, where the son and the mom died in Kfar Yuval just 2 days ago, guarding their village. This officer is explaining how tens of thousands of IDF soldiers, Israeli military soldiers, are spread out in the northern border in case an actual war with Lebanon breaks out tonight, he says. Since the war in Gaza, there's actual fighting in the northern border. Hezbollah is shooting rockets and anti-tank missiles. So as forces are withdrawing from Gaza, not finishing their work there yet, the war increases, or the fighting increases in the northern border. The next story is about the tunnels that surprised Israel, the tunnels in Gaza. Israel did not realize how complex and broad and long these tunnels were. Just in the Gaza Strip, the assessment is about 5,000 or more tunnel shafts, tunnel openings that lead to so many tunnels underground. They're calling it a monstrous system, an empire of tunnels. In Khan Yunis, just over 100 kilometers long tunnels. In the whole Gaza Strip, over 600 long tunnels. That means they're not only in the Gaza Strip. It's not just from north to south of the Gaza Strip. And as the Israeli military is fighting, they're realizing there are different types of tunnels. Some are for the higher echelon of Hamas that are deep down underground. They have more, they have tiles and bathrooms and more air systems. Almost every house in Gaza has some sort of tunnel shaft that will find itself to a long central tunnel. In Hebrew, it reads, Tzal hishmid minhara strategit. The IDF demolished a very strategic tunnel. And now they're saying the difficulty with handling these tunnels. The report is saying they're much longer than the IDF expected them to be. Even the last tunnel that the IDF blew up, it said, the IDF spokesperson said that it goes through hundreds of kilometers. The report is saying that we see how long it takes to handle these tunnels because you need to locate it, you need to secure it, you need to survey it, then you need to booby trap it, and then blow it up. It takes a long time, and especially it's difficult with hostages in this whole picture. And he mentions as well the hostages, the senior leaders of Hamas. Makes this job much more complicated. And this is without even mentioning Rafiah, the Rafah city, which has many more tunnels that Israel hasn't yet taken care of. The next story is about the hostage families that are going through some turmoil and shaking days. The IDF shared that 2 of the hostages for sure are in a life-threatening situation. They were showcased in a video that Hamas released. This is the family of one of them, of Yossi Sharabi, the wife, the 2 daughters. They're standing next to their home that was destroyed on October 7th. She says it doesn't matter how the house looks like, but our heart is right here. Yes, and this is his family. This is Yossi Sharabi that's in captivity. This is his daughter, 13 years old, shares how he trained her for soccer, and he was supposed to take her to a soccer game on October 7th, but they woke up to a different reality. Yossi was kidnapped from his house in Be'eri. This family and many other families are fighting for their loved ones that are still being held by Hamas. He was kidnapped with Yossi, but he was released in the 50th day. This is Itai Savirsky's sister, another hostage. This is his sister, and he is in a life-threatening situation as well. So these families are fighting. They're tired. They're crying out for the government. They're tired of talking, some of them say. And they're just praying for the return. And we need to remember there are 136 hostages still in Gaza. For more stories, go to All Israel News. Follow us on social media. You can click this notification button that you see on the bottom to get notifications. It helps us grow, helps you become more notified about Israel. Thank you for standing with Israel. This is Rotem Magen for All Israel News.